I spent the last 5 years testing every single vlogging camera, and these are the best ones for every type of user. From beginners looking for an affordable and simple camera to content creators and serious shooters who want the best results. And I guarantee you'll find your dream camera in this video. Also, I'll leave chapters down below for each camera along with links to the best price. Every vlogging camera needs to have a few key features besides just image quality. You need a simple and easy design so you can just take it out, start recording, and have your shooting be as hassle-free as possible. Good autofocus that just works without you needing to do anything. And all of these cameras have the latest autofocus. You need top-notch stabilization because nobody likes shaky footage. And most importantly, you need good audio because it's just as important as the visuals. And as a bonus feature, the ability to create a cinematic look in camera within seconds. Because vlogging has evolved and it's more than just talking to a camera. Now, the first camera on this list, in my opinion, is the best vlogging and content creation camera ever made specifically for beginners. Because it combines the best features of a compact vlogging camera with simple design, but with the image quality of a proper mirrorless camera. And that is the Canon Powershot V1. It has a compact body that's only slightly bigger than a point-and-shoot camera, making it very pocketable and purse-friendly. It has a 22 megapixel 1.4-inch type sensor, which is way bigger than the tiny sensor in a compact camera or a cell phone. And this sensor is going to give you proper pro camera quality. The Powershot has a built-in 16 to 50 millimeter lens, and this wide lens is perfect for recording yourself, but also showing the environment around you for vlogs. But you can still zoom in to 50 millimeters for portraits, detail shots, or just anything far away. And best of all, this lens is also very good in low light with an aperture of f2.8 on the wide end and f4.5 when zoomed in. Plus, you can also raise the ISO in this camera without too much of an issue. There's also a built-in ND filter allowing you to better control your light even on sunny days. And like any good vlogging camera, the Powershot also has excellent stabilization, and the autofocus is just as good as a pro camera with automatic target and subject detection and easily keeps up with moving subject matter as well. But my absolute favorite feature has to be the classic Canon colors. Everything just looks good straight from the camera with zero editing. And it especially looks good for skin tones and people. Plus, it also has several stylized color filters to add a bit of sauce and style to your videos. However, there is a camera later on that does a much better job. But if you know how to color grade, it also has C-Log 3 for a cinematic look. In terms of specs, it shoots the typical 24 and 30 frames per second, which is everything you need for vlogging, but it also has 4K at 60 frames per second for 2x slow motion. However, the 4K 60 does come with a pretty heavy crop. However, for vloggers, this will probably never be an issue. But if you love slow motion like me, you can still shoot full HD up to 120 frames per second without a crop. When it comes to design, the Powershot is my absolute favorite vlogging camera. It of course has a compact and travel-friendly body, but the user experience is 10 out of 10. The battery life is solid, good enough for all-day filming, but if you're a power user, I do recommend a spare. But one thing I love is the built-in fan, so your camera will never overheat. Plus, the Powershot has a really thick grip for stable shooting, and you don't need to buy an extra vlogging handle. The button layout is super simple and makes shooting completely hassle-free. There's a single knob to swap between photo and video mode in a split second, along with a mode dial with 3 custom profiles, plus a zoom rocker to smoothly zoom in and out. Plus, it also has a fantastic onboard microphone. Now, this is what the audio sounds like if I'm pretty close to the camera, and if I go as far away from the camera, this is what the audio sounds like. The Canon Powershot is the vlogging camera I've been waiting for. It's honestly one of the best vlogging cameras you can get, and it's extremely easy to use. But vlogging is more than just talking to a camera. It's evolved into its own style of filmmaking with cinematic montages, epic slow motion, and a cinematic look is more important than ever. And this next camera gives you all of that. The Sony ZV-E10 Mark II. It's actually a proper mirrorless camera with interchangeable lenses, but rehoused in a body specifically designed for vloggers and content creators. It actually has the same tech inside as a professional FX30 cinema camera, but don't worry, it's still affordable. It has the same 26 megapixel APS-C size sensor from the Sony FX30 cinema camera, which gives you absolutely amazing quality, and it comes with a solid 16 to 55 millimeter vlogging kit lens. that also has optical stabilization. And the autofocus and stabilization is 10 out of 10. This is some of the best performance from any vlogging camera. In terms of video specs, it shoots your typical 4K at 24 and 30 frames per second, but also does 4K 60 without any sort of crop for 2x slow motion, and it just got a brand new update that also lets you shoot 4K at 120 frames per second with a crop, but also full HD at 240 frames per second. But one thing that most people don't know about is that the video is also downsampled from 6K, effectively giving you double the resolution and detail without bigger file sizes. But here's my favorite thing about the ZV-10 Mark II. It can give you cinematic results in camera in literally 3 clicks, and that's because of cinematic vlog mode. You simply pick a look, a mood, or your own custom LUT, and that's it. Instant cinematic results. But 2 things to note is that you can only record in 4K at 24 frames per second, and you cannot get rid of the black bars at the top and bottom of your video. Personally, I like the look. This is what movies look like. However, if you want to build your own cinematic look, it also has S-Log 3 and S-Cinetone in 10-bit color, giving you a tremendous amount of creative flexibility. Now, design-wise, it has everything a serious shooter or proper content creator needs, like a large pro-style battery so you can easily record all day without any issues, and you don't have to buy a spare battery. In terms of button layout, it actually has 2 separate capture buttons, one for photos, one for video, and a toggle to go between photo, video, and slow motion, and it even has a button for enhancing the background blur. And naturally, it has a flip out screen with touch autofocus, but it also has a quick menu to easily give you access to all of your major settings you need for vlogging. And the menus also rotate while filming. The ZV-10 II does have a 3-capsule microphone built in for better audio, though honestly, I think the Powershot V1 actually sounds better. And for the ZV-10 II, I just recommend using a wireless microphone instead. That's maybe the one downside of this camera. But if you want a vlogging and content creation camera with the power and specs of a proper pro camera, the ZV-10 II is absolutely the best one to get, and I would not recommend anything else for proper content creators and serious shooters. Now, the next camera is the most affordable, but also the most important camera on this list, because it does something no other vlogging camera can do, and that is the DJI Osmo Pocket 4. Despite being a pocket vlogging camera, it looks way better than you would expect and delivers smooth and crisp high quality footage. Plus, it has a built-in 3-axis gimbal that not only gives you smooth and stable footage, but it also allows for features that no other camera is capable of. For starters, it has subject tracking, so the camera actually follows you or your subject as they move around. But this also works for cars, people, and animals. And this allows you to take your vlogs to the next level by doing more than just talking headshots with complex movement and follow shots, because you basically get a free cameraman. Plus, it has other modes like motion time lapses, hyperlapses, and even a 180-degree spin mode. And this allows you to create more cinematic and artistic vlogs. Plus, if you buy the creator combo, it also comes with a wireless microphone that gives you fantastic audio. And it's actually the same microphone I'm using right now, so if you like this audio, you'll like this microphone. And inside the Pocket 4, you have a brand new 37 megapixel 1-inch sensor, which blows any point and shoot or iPhone out of the water. And thanks to the updated sensor in the Pocket 4, you can now do a lossless digital zoom that still maintains 4K quality at 2x and 4x, giving you a lot more flexibility with your sensor, which is important because it only has a single 20mm wide lens. But with the zoom, you actually get a 40 or 80mm lens. But you can also use a magnetic filter to get a wider or tighter shot without a digital zoom. And if you use a digital zoom on top of that, it's kind of like having 4 or 5 lenses in one camera. Now, when it comes to video specs, you can shoot natively in both horizontal and vertical mode. You can shoot 4K at 24 and 30 horizontally, or 3K at 24 and 30. But you also have slow motion options like 4K at 60 all the way to 240 frames per second, which is absolutely bonkers. Not even my Sony FX3 or A7 IV can do that. And the Osmo Pocket 4 actually has 2 really exciting updates. One, it has built-in cinematic looks that look absolutely fantastic, and you don't need to add a black bar to the top and bottom when using this mode. And you can even adjust the intensity of these looks, which is not something the ZV-10 II and the Powershot can do. On top of that, you now have a proper D-Log profile, not D-Log M, but the proper D-Log profile you find in high-end DJI drones and cameras. And this profile not only gives you more dynamic range, but it's also much more beginner-friendly and simpler to color grade. Now, in terms of design, it's not a complex camera, but you gotta love how small it is. It has a simple flip screen, a joystick, a record button, and a custom button for zooming in and out. One thing that might surprise you is that the battery life is very good, and it also has fast charging. But you can also add a battery grip that will actually give you anywhere between 4 to 6 hours of runtime depending on the mode. But the best way to use the Pocket 4 is to actually connect it to your phone. This will give your phone a live view of everything the Pocket 4 sees, but you can also wirelessly control all of the settings and even move the gimbal through your phone. The Osmo Pocket 3 was a viral sensation and it was sold out for months because everybody wanted one. And the Pocket 4 is better in every single way, so I highly recommend picking one up. But if you're worried about the DJI ban in the United States and you're having trouble finding one, check the links down below and I guarantee you'll find one for sale. Until next time, hope this was helpful. Peace.